Welcome to Communication. Today we are doing Dear Kamina, which is basically a show where I give life advice to real people based on real situations. Let's get to it. Dear Kamina, me and my long-term boyfriend broke up and I've been feeling so lonely. I don't know what to do with my time anymore, and you know where boredom gets you. What can I do to get rid of this pesky, lonely feeling? Okay. Well, first of all, it is totally natural for you to be feeling lonely after a big breakup. I wouldn't be surprised if you were even feeling maybe like a little bit empty inside, especially if you were with this person like all the time. If you and your partner spent a lot of time together, it's hard to really know what to do when they're not there anymore. I went through the same thing. I was with my boyfriend since I was in high school, and we did a little bout last year. We broke up, but you know, because we had spent so much of our young adult life together, I didn't really know who I was without him. I didn't even really know the things that I liked to do alone, because everything I did, I always did with him. So you are not alone in this fight, okay? Now, I don't have some like magical remedy for loneliness. Sorry, but I can tell you how I respond to it, and hopefully that helps you. Okay. So you need to use this time alone to, number one, step out of comfort zones. Number two, find ways to enjoy spending time alone. And three, reflect. Reflection is probably the most important part of this process, in my opinion. Reflection is the most important part of life in general to me, but it's especially important after a big breakup, because you need to spend time thinking about why did you end the relationship so that you don't end up falling back into the same patterns, okay? You need to write about it, like maybe get a journal or something. I encourage anybody to write in a journal, mostly because when you write things down, you can go back and read them again. So I'm seeing like real pen to paper type stuff, because when you I know we write things in our notes sometimes, but then we delete it or whatever. Like, write it down in a book so that you can go back and reflect and reread things that you went through and reread the thoughts that you had, because sometimes we forget. We are only human. We can't restore every single thing that we ever feel or think. So make sure you write it down so that you can remind yourself how you felt when y'all broke up, just in case you plan on doing something dumb. Okay? And think about how you would have liked to experience love and whatever was lacking in that relationship. Think about how you can do it for yourself. So that might mean buy flowers for yourself. Put on some lingerie, take some sexy pictures. You get bonus points if you put on some sexy music and do a little dance in the mirror too, okay? Write some love notes to yourself on like little post-it notes and just stick them all around the house for you to find them later. Whatever you have to do to fill yourself up with love, do it. And this is all a part of reflection, of finding out what is it that I am even wanting in the first place, okay? Secondly, step out of your comfort zones. A lot of humans really hate doing things alone, and it's so crazy because we spend so much time alone and we hate it. I don't want you to not hate it anymore. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable being alone, okay? So here's some ways that you can step out of your comfort zone. Start doing things alone, especially the things that you used to do with your ex. Okay, it might hurt a little bit at first, but the more that you do it, the better it's going to feel. The more you can detach yourself from those old memories and create new ones for yourself. You gotta rip the band-aid off, okay? So start with that, and then from there you can start doing other things alone, like go out to eat, go to the movies, maybe even go to a party. Now, I would, if you really don't like being alone, I would start with like happy hour at a bar or something. But eventually I want you to work up to being comfortable enough to go out and like dance and drink and whatever. Maybe not drink too much because you're by yourself, but you know, yada, yada, yada. Go do those things by yourself and have fun, okay? You know what makes you uncomfortable, so you need to like start with that. Start with those places that make you uncomfortable being alone and start going to those places, okay? Thirdly, you need to find ways to fill your time without using other people. That's the tricky part, especially after a breakup. It's hard for you to know what to do by yourself, so you feel like, oh, well, I'm going to go on all these dates, or I'm going to call all my girlfriends that I haven't called in the last 7 months, right? No, find ways to fill your time up with yourself. You have to learn how to enjoy the time that you spend alone through practice. We really don't learn anything other than through practice and doing it over and over and over again. So just start practicing. Read a book, cook a meal for one, go for a walk, visit a museum, hit the gym, whatever. Fill your time up, okay? Fill it up so you don't even have time to think about how lonely you feel. And then the more you do it, the more you start realizing, I'm not lonely, I have my own company. And that's really important, for you to like your own company. When you don't like your own company, you become comfortable keeping company that you also don't like, just because you want to run away from being alone. That's no bueno. No bueno, okay? I also suggest for you to masturbate. Learn about your body. Touch yourself in new places. Try some new positions. Buy a toy. Whatever you got to do, touch on yourself. Love on yourself. I know it's so many women out there who are having sex with their partners and are not even having orgasms. I don't understand. I mean, I understand because like patriarchy and everything, but now that you have some time alone, start figuring out what you like, so that when you do decide to be intimate with somebody else, you have already worked on being intimate with yourself. My final word of advice for dealing with this pesky, lonely feeling is that you just need to start with you. Whether you plan on taking a break from dating, or diving right back in, or just doing some casual stuff, whatever, just be sure that you're spending time figuring out what you like, so that you will never settle for someone walking into your life and just giving you the bare minimum. Know what you want, know what you like, know what you're looking for, starting with yourself. If you don't start with yourself, if you don't give it to yourself first, you are going to be pretty much like begging other people to give it to you. No bueno. No bueno. If you know, I can give myself flowers. I can make myself feel beautiful. I can tell myself I love myself. I can give myself orgasms. You're not going to be thirsting for it from other people. If you enjoyed this episode of Dear Kamina, make sure that you like the video, subscribe to Communication, and give your own advice in the comments below.